Okay, perfect. All right, so we are at a dilemma now. We're getting ready to build the new miniature. We have all decided, talking to the audience at home, that we are not going to do anything computer generated for the arrival scene where the vehicle pulls up to the building. Two people get out of the vehicle, approach the building with flashlights at night is the way I envisioned it. They break a window, they break the door, whatever. They kick in a door, they get into the building, and the movie starts. The arrival scene has to be first. We need that, what do they call it? The establishing shot. So, our biggest dilemma is, are we going to do it in the desert, sandstone, those amber colors that we were using, or are we going with the, it's all trees and foliage and it's nighttime and it's dark? What are we doing? Is it hot and arid, or is it going to be nighttime and full of trees? What are we doing?
Well, our brilliant colleague here, or was it you? One of you,
he said
both
first,
of you,
he said.
mentioned, why can't we have both?
Yeah, and Steve takes full credit for that he said that. I heard Zach say it.
Say what?
To do both.
Oh, I just never...
I think you hijacked that and said, you might.
I said that like months ago, but what I say doesn't never get heard. So.
I like the tree.
Well, because your mic is always 20 feet from you. That's why it's never heard.
Well,
Hey.
I mean, I've been to Arizona. There are places with trees, and there are mountains and deserts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can have both. And we need to decide, are we in New Mexico? Are we in Arizona? Are we in Florida?
Well, I like how he said with the Jurassic Park idea, how, like, everything is all foresty and, like, going everywhere. I like that idea.
Busted.
I like
overgrown.
everything that we filmed already has all the
forms.
leaves in it, but I showed you pictures with the dirt jackal where there is foliage, even though it is a very arid climate. I don't know if that's Arizona or
Look
New
at
Mexico.
Egypt. You can climb off of the damn pyramid and walk down to the Nile where it's plush. So it's not impossible to have two different.
Yeah, but this is it's. We have one idea, and when the audience looks at this, they have totally different ideas, and it's really cool.
Is there like an idea where like the location is gonna be, or like what kind of area you want it in? Or is there like a set place where it is, or is it just up in the...
I want that seed bunker looking building. I want that building. It's for the video game and for different episodes or different different movies. The further we want to go, the bigger we want to build. They just go into another level. And so if we build it as a miniature and we make the scale right now, the building is literally this big. I mean, 2 packs of cigarettes would fill it.
Yeah.
If we want to make a building, Steve and I talked about making a building that's the size of a microwave oven or bigger, and then we were going to actually build levels inside it, put real windows.
Each scene will be a different set, will be a different level of the building, of the inside of the
and
building.
we want to really put LED lights in it and make it really work, and maybe, if there's a fire in one area, it'll flicker, red or something like that. Gunfire, you'll see it in the windows.
From like the outside.
Yeah, so we want to stay with that seed bunker looking building that I designed, but we're just going to build a much bigger, better one. But where? That's the big question.
The Arizona thing is just dry. There's nothing. It's not like mysterious. And I think with all the trees around,
it would be cheaper though. That's the thing that we talked about to build.
You know what? I didn't think about it that way. What she just said.
Makes it a little bit like
if it's green like that, it's definitely more mysterious and creepy instead of just dead.
I was gonna say a little bit creepier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at it 2 ways. When the vehicle approaches, if it's through the trees, I would do it at night with a flashlight like I did, on the green screen, just so we could see it. It would be headlights. What we could do is have somebody make us a 3D model, with one of those 3D printers of Thumper, and then Steve and I would gut it and, put in LED lights and whatever. We could drag it with magnets or...
You sure you want me to gut it? Remember what happened when you told me to change your radio?
Oh, God.
Okay,
yeah, what you just said about...
Roger that.
That it's more mysterious, more ominous, that it's, wooded, whatever.
Right.
That's going to be extremely expensive to do, because we looked into buying those little trees, whether they're for train stations. Maybe some of the people at home can give us some tips. Maybe there's ways to make them ourselves.
I was going to say...
But if you price them, those trees can be $10 a piece. Okay, let's get 400 of them.
Why don't we home make, like you just said? Wouldn't it be way cheaper?
It needs to look real. We have to make this 100%. I mean, it's a real movie.
Right.
You had another question about something on the city that you said earlier? Is that thought gone?
It's gone.
Fucking blondes. Love you. Mean it.
That's the best word ever.
I was like,
Zach,
shit.
Any
Yeah,
other
kind of
input?
weird.
You said about different movies you saw that you were bringing up ideas.
Oh
from.
yeah.
Yeah, like the 100. There's the kind of the dynamic of both. There's kind of like a valley with the greenery in it, and then you kind of work your way out, and it's just desert. It's just barren everywhere.
So when you're in that one spot, you're okay, and outside of that, you're kind of...
Yeah, and there's like life in there and everything, and once you venture out, there's really nothing. So I thought that was cool. That
That is a
dynamic
cool
of
idea.
both.
So you can have both, guys. You
All right.
can.
It could be like where the bunker is in that valley, and then when you work your way out,
The further away you
barren.
get, the worse it gets
Yeah.
until it's totally jacked.
Well,
like that.
that's what ran across my mind when you said do both.
and it kind of really
That's
brings...
the first thing I thought of, is that everything around it for 100 miles in every direction is arid and desert.
Yeah.
And then when you get to it, it's a little slice of heaven. It's utopia, whatever. It's a little Shangri-La.